Good Monday morning. We are glad to finally get this channel up and running. Jason is out this week, so my Pops is here with me via Zoom, and he will be doing most of the trading this morning. Before we get started, we always check Forex Factory for any financial news that could affect our trading, and today is a new free day. Dang Pops, you are all dressed up this morning.
Well, good morning, Kristine. Yes, I dressed up. From my understanding, this is going to be on YouTube, and I guess since we're talking finance, I better look like I know what I'm talking about in finance.
Well, I am glad you are here, and I am going to let you take over for this trading session. I may ask questions or make comments as the session plays out. I will be watching how you do what you do.
All right then, let's get started. I will turn off the video camera of me, as that will be very distracting to me as I focus on trading today. Let me explain what I am looking at. I am looking at the 52 range chart with a simple market metrics indicator created by Justin from My Future Success. I'm starting with this chart today. I do have the live wire indicator from Kellyanne on a second monitor, which is on top of this monitor, but this allows me to look back and forth between the two charts as trades set up. I don't normally take a trade based upon just one chart only. I do basically watch both charts. And I do not normally trade the market rate at 9:30. Depends on, every day is different, you never know. And that's where we'll be starting at today. All right, we're getting up to the opening bell here, and the market is already beginning to take off on us. And I'm going to take that trade I am in right now. I don't normally take a trade right off the beginning, but because those three candles, on the third candle we took it, because they were strong, and if we notice at the bottom of the actual chart on the bottom with a three, actually it's that solid green bar, that lets us know that the momentum is moving up because there's no wicks to the bottom. Now if a wick ever comes out to the bottom, you'll see that drop to a smaller dot, as you see a little farther back in the red and green line there at the bottom chart. So we got into this trade right at 29,331.75, and we're already moving up. It's already 70, 366, 368, so you can see it moving quickly up. We're going to sit and watch it here for a little bit to see what is happening. So right now already we are already making money. So it's a good way to start a Monday morning. And sometimes I'm basically a little bit more of a risk taker. You see I do not have a stop on this trade. I've been trading long enough now that I don't always use a stop, but I am very quick with my finger on the close button. I have an animal in here with me, I think. Something is making noise. But I don't always trade with a stop just because I am very much watching it. But look at how this is going up. It is continuing to move up. But it's starting a little bit to go sideways. We see how the lines, the bottom on the green and the red dashes on the bottom. For some reason my mouse is not working on the screen to actually show you what I want to work. It's hit and miss this morning for some reason. Could be the Zoom lag in here too, because I'm doing the Zoom. But anyway, I'm going to get out of this trade because it is going sideways, and so I just now hit the get to close the trade. And also the two candles, the one I got out on, the one right before it, was actually had a wick coming out the bottom. I did not want to have a quick reversal, which happens at time when it can drop 100 points in a matter of seconds at the opening. So that's the reason why I closed out the trade. All right, we are now seeing some downward movement. We have the last four green bars have the dots to the bottom, which means that the shift is coming. The two red candles have no wick out the top, so we haven't seen it drop. I'm going to take a trade here. Let me see what happens. Okay, we're going to take the trade. So we're going to watch it. We see on the bottom part of the chart, we see the red dash line over the green dash line, both heading down. The four candles so far have no wicks out of the top. The wicks are out of the bottom. We just had the indicator actually disappeared, the red sell signal. It wasn't strong enough to give that confirmation. But we can expect to see that again if this continues to drop down. Going a little bit sideways right now. These two candles had wicks out the bottom. So we're going to see if it's going to continue to drop. We're already making money. All right, here's the sell signal did populate again. We now have 3 candles that have the wicks coming out the bottom, which is what we want to see, the downward movement. Starting to go a little bit sideways. I may be getting out of here in just a little bit to see. I'm going to watch. Okay, I'm going to close the trade because it's starting to come back up. So the momentum shift is changing. Good time to get out. We're now watching an area of consolidation. And what we're expecting right now is either a move to the upside or a move to the downside. On the bottom chart, we have the red on top of the green. We now have a red candle. We now have the background change too, so we have red on red. Actually, it's black on red, but it tells you. I'm going to go ahead and get into this trade since we have that first candle being strong. Oh, the second candle is strong as well. The solid red bar on the bottom indicates that we have no wicks out the top on these 3 candles. So we're going to watch it as we come down. And you may hear the air conditioner kicking in and out in the back behind me. That's what that extra noise that keeps popping up every once in a while. So now we are 4 candles into the trade, all with the wicks out the bottom, continuing to drop. We're still in profit, not much, but we're still in profit right now on this trade. This will be trade number 3. As I made a note of trade 1 and trade 2, if you look left, you see the 2 trades we already took this morning. Now it's going to continue to go down. We also have a red sell signal that is triggered, so we have definitely the momentum going to the downside. Not a lot of strong momentum, but it is moving down. And we're going to get out right there. All right, now if we look at the bottom chart, we see the green on top of the red. The gray color in the background has switched over from black to green, actually to gray, which is mean in green. I'm so used to the trading view version of this, so I'm still learning the colors. But we see the green candles. And I think I'm going to get into a trade here real quick because we've got some momentum hitting to the top. That's the second candle with the wick going out the top. Let me see where it's going. If it pops above it, I'm going to take it. It did went above, come down. Let's going to take that trade and see what we get. All right, away it goes. So we've had now 3 strong candles with wicks out of the bottom. And just before, the 2 red candles were actually, the dots were coming up, so that makes a difference in kind of the mindset of why we take the trade. We see the green dash bar on top of the red dashed line at the bottom, didn't bar at the bottom. I got to get used to talking on Zoom while we trade because this is kind of new to me to be doing all the talking while I trade. I'm used to just listening to music and trade. But we see it, we're continuing to move up. It's kind of going on the sideways side, but we're going to watch it and see where we get in and out at. Right now, it's dropped down, we're losing. Now we're back winning again. So those things happen. That's why we don't get nervous. My finger is very close to the close button if it does a sudden drop. But we do have momentum moving up. The green is higher than the red dashed line on the bottom. It's coming up to the 200, which is that gold dashed line. We are above the 21, which is the blue dashed line. Now we're back into profit, but let's see if it's going to break through, or we already had a green buy signal that hit in, so we got some momentum kicking to the upside. This becomes the second candle with no wick out. This is now going back sideways again, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of the trade. We see the red kind of coming up matching the green dash lines at the bottom, so that's going to justify me getting out of the trade. It's going sideways again, so long ride for a little bit of money. Well, I went for a cup of coffee and came back, and look what's happened in the last minute or two. I'm going to go ahead and take this trade. It's still got a long, looks like a lot of momentum pushing to the downside, so we'll see what we get with this. May not be a lot because it may already have run its course. And right now we're losing money. Now we're making money. So let's see what it does. Obviously you can see because of all the wicks out the bottom and not the top, the solid red bar on the bottom chart. Definitely indicating that it's got some downward momentum. Matter of fact, there's not one of them with a wick to the top. Alright, I got a little anxious on it. I went ahead and closed the trade out. Alright, now we're going to see trade number 6. I'm going to see if I get another one in here. It's getting close to quitting time. We'll just see what the charts give us. We do have some candles with some strong wicks at the top. I'm going to go ahead and take this trade, see where it goes. Alright, we're in. We're going to watch and see where it goes. And based upon the time of day, this will be our last trade of the day. It may be our first losing trade of the day too. Let's see if it turns around. I also know the red and the green lines at the bottom are legs. They're lagging behind at least 2 to 3 candles. But we're in profit again. We're going up to the 200. We're above the 21. We've been sitting at this chair for the last little over about an hour, hour and a half or so. At least an hour or so on the Zoom before we joined with Kristine this morning. From the time I wake up in the morning, the charts are on. I just sit and watch and get a cup of coffee, have breakfast, come back and watch, just to kind of get an idea where everything is going. And this one is continuing to bounce around the 200, so let's see where it goes. Solid green candles, wicks out the top after some sideways movement. Alright, now we're starting to go sideways again. I'm getting ready to pull the trigger. Been a long morning already. I've talked a lot. Alright, I'm going to close this trade out. It is win number 6. Alright, Kristine, how did we do today?
Wow, Pops. This is a great start to the week. I have been adding up the trades as they happened, and with 6 trades completed, the total is 204 points. We will never announce the actual cash amount that we generate, as we do not want to influence anyone. Great job, Pops.
Well, I was very nervous. It's not easy to talk and trade and know other people are watching you as we do this, but it was a great day. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of it. Before we get off of here, I do want to show the live wire. This was running on the second monitor, which I did not show today, but it shows our trade. This is the first trade that we got into this morning around 9:31, 9:30ish. So it shows you what the actual live wire is showing us. Shows us when we got in, when we got out, the next trade when we took the down trade, in and out. So it kind of gives you an idea what it looks like. We're looking for the momentum across the bottom. You see that white line where the red and the green bars are going. The white line is like if it's above that, that means there's a pressure moving the trade. I know Kellyanne does not trade the black because it's indecision, but with what we see on the simple market metrics, we actually trade the black just because, as you saw, we made some trades this morning with it. But it kind of gives you another idea of momentum of what the direction is going. But I just wanted to show you what this is, trade 1, trade 2, now we're getting into trade 3. So it kind of gives you an idea what the live wire looks like and what the signals we take. So basically when I took the signal on the simple market metrics chart, it was actually populating on the live wire chart as well. So you can see our in and our outs. And I will be more diligent if I'm here on if I get to trade this week again. I will actually go back and forth between the trades as I make the trades, just because today I was nervous trying to get things set up, knowing I had all the logistics getting this to work right. But anyway, I just wanted to let everybody see the live wire, what it looked like, how we took our trades, what the trades were, And then we're getting up to the last trade of the day. You see exactly what is happening and how in fact the trades are still going, because obviously the market is still going, so you still see trades moving. But anyway, just kind of give you an idea. You wanted you to see what we did, what we made, how we made it, what we were looking at. And I do want to thank everybody for watching, and y'all have a great day and hope to see you again soon.
Thank you all for watching our first recap of our trading activity today. We plan on posting 2 or 3 videos a week to demonstrate the simple market metrics and the live wire trading indicators. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. See you on the next video.